Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name's Matt Taylor, this is my platform. I'm broadcasting live from Brighton, and I'm speaking in a particularly weird, in what somewhat I think is a funny voice. But obviously, what's funny for me may be absolutely disturbing for others. Anyway, this is a little chat between me and you, the world at large. Something quite peculiar happened on my YouTube channel overnight. I went to bed, I thought I'd have an early night, watch a bit of TV from the comfort of my king size, if you know what I mean. And doing the bedtime checks, checking your email, social media, etc. I came across a very disturbing email from YouTube saying that my premier YouTube channel, MattTaylorTV, has been removed. Funny enough, I wasn't particularly bothered about it. And that's only because this is kind of like the latest in a long line of YouTube channels to be taken down from the platform. And so even I surprised myself. It was like, hey ho, at least it's an excuse to go and do something more interesting instead than wasting my time talking to my computer screen. But that aside, I was disappointed. Of course I am. I'm always disappointed when a YouTube channel goes, but I wasn't surprised, and was I was actually in a better frame of mind than I had been on other occasions in which YouTube channels have been removed. The reason they said it was being removed was because I've had previous YouTube channels removed and I've made new ones, and apparently that's against their policy. They say, "Hey, listen, if we've removed the channel, you're not allowed to make any more." Okay, so that was apparently the guideline or the specification or whatever you want to call it, the condition that I broke that gave them justification in taking down my channel. A channel that I hastened to hadn't had any strikes and was, my pride and joy, to be fair. But anyway, before I go into bed, I did just fire off a very quick appeal, just explaining that I'm an honest YouTuber and that I've been targeted by a group of malicious group of people who have been targeting my YouTube channels for absolutely years, and that previous channels had been taken down against my fair use laws. And of course, I am allowed to use footage of which mentions me under fair use laws for the purpose of reporting blah 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 and all that jazz, if you know what I mean. But I went to sleep safe in the knowledge that another YouTube channel has gone. Not to worry, this is the excuse to do something more interesting instead than wasting my time making silly videos and talking to my computer screen. So when I woke up, checked my social media and my emails, I was surprised to have received an email from YouTube saying that they've looked at my appeal and they've made a mistake. Okay, the channel's back up. Whoopie doopie doo. It isn't all roses and sunshine at the moment, because having checked my studio in YouTube, I've noticed that loads of videos have been removed with no explanation and no means to appeal. And these are good YouTube videos. These are jokes, these are commentary. There's nothing wrong with that. And so I think I still stand by my conviction that YouTube isn't worth it. It's just crap. You put your soul into it, you put your effort only for videos to be taken down, only for your whole channel to be taken down. And so while my YouTube is still visible, it's just taking the shine off it. And quite frankly, I'm very disappointed in YouTube, especially, by the way, I do hasten to add, I was paying for their premium service, and I made this blatantly clear in my appeal. I'm paying for their premium service in which I don't get adverts, and then halfway through the month you take away my channel. It's like, well, you owe me money. You don't do that. I'm paying for a service, and then you fucking take my channel away, you little toe rags. But anyway, I'm not happy with YouTube. It's a load of crap, if you want my honest opinion. And you know, ultimately there are other social media platforms in which you can express yourself, and that's what I'll be doing from here on. I'll be exploring other social media platforms. Of course, I have got things to get on with. I've got my books to continue with, and so, you know, it's a wake up call. It's just a bit of a reminder to yourself that YouTubing, that being a content creator isn't the be all and end all of life. That there is more to life than just doing this kind of bullshit. And also, there's always something more interesting to do than talk to yourself on a computer screen. On that note, I'm going to say goodbye. But listen, King Arthur's real. That's all I've got to say on it. Bye bye. See you later, alligator.